For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Sooners will kick it away first. Fielded in the end zone, it's Hawkins. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Leaves it with the running back. That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 50.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking for a man. It's Lagway. With the catch, it's Jackson. He gets it up close to the 25. Out of bounds, they'll mark it at the 24.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. What that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
The Sooner fans booming. A cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Prairie on third down. They'll try to get it through the air. Here's a heat. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's cut.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
Calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. So we're scoreless, their first drive of the game, and this coach is wasting no time taking a gamble by going for it on fourth down in his own territory. And you want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back. They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you have a prominent jawline and an urgent resolve. They'll go for it. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. The definition of four-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about, Reese.
Blasted as he lets it go. Touchdown, Gators! First score of the game goes up.
I think a lot of people probably expected to see that, right? They're playing on the road, and you know this is going to be a hostile environment, but they've got the better players, and we've seen that before. There was no hesitation. Opening drive, they go right down the field, they score a touchdown, and they made a statement.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Garcia. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Looking for space. It's hot. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
To the air. It's Mateer. Moves away as he feels pressure. He'll pull it down. His defense fully aware that he can run. They stop him after a short gain.
Nice job by the defense. You got to dial into your keys. You got to make sure you're reading those guys up front. They did a good job. They saw it. They pulled the trigger. They knew the quarterback had it. They weren't fooled. Strung it out. Did a nice job of limiting the damage with that QB run.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun. Wants to pass. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Pulls it in on the left. He's loose. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Sooners.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Has to throw this off his back foot. He's got it on the right. The sophomore making a big play and hauling in that pass.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
And the quarterback will be forced out of bounds short of the line of scrimmage. I think they'll give him a sack.
And that's a nice job. You got to continue to chase this guy. Nice job getting pressure, making him feel it, get outside of the pocket, and then you got to keep running. You got to keep chasing, running him towards the sidelines. And if I'm a quarterback, by the way, I think I'd have thrown that ball out of bounds for an incompletion instead of getting a loss of 2.
First play of the period will be a second down. Looking to throw, it's Lagway. Makes the grab, it's Jackson. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the first down before they finally get him on the ground.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. You see his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
Might be changing the route. Looking to throw on first down. Using his legs to buy some time. Rolling, throwing, looking right. And the pass is incomplete, and there's a penalty flag down, and no big secret why. That receiver was being mauled by the defender. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Draw play, quarterback keeps it. Going to be a gain of about 3 down to the 21.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Throws toward the end zone. And that one's going to be over everybody's head and incomplete. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. Sooner Nation bearing down on this offense on this huge third down play. He'll set up to throw. Fires to the wideout. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
That's a play the quarterback just has to get his feet set and then step into his throw. That's a big target he's throwing to. He shouldn't miss that pass, but he did because he was throwing off his back leg.
This offense has already converted once on fourth down. Can they do it again? Making side adjustments here. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Looking to buy time. Wide open spaces. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. And the Gators with the 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Lagway. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. He caught it, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida!
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. From inside the 15. Here comes the return. Oh, better look out. And there he goes. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Oklahoma. He is headed to the sideline with a little bounce in his step after scoring on that kick return.
And he should have some bounce in his step. How about the effort, weaving in and out, covering all that space. Great blocking on the play, and he does the rest. You don't put guys back deep that can't roll. And you could see when he got in the open field, he rolled out.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Coming out with it, it's Ball. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Going up top. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Well, this defense was ready for go-balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, and if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
From the gun, the ground game. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Looking to pass. It's Lagway. Here comes the heat. And as he throws.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They'd given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. Third down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
They are perfect on fourth down so far in the first half. They'll try to make it 3 for 3. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. This offense has been money on fourth down here in the first half. They'll try to make it 3 for 3. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Takes a hit as he fires. And they can't connect a costly turnover on down.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out, you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on fourth down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad...
And the ball's on the ground. And the defense jumps on it. That turnover.
I'll tell you, honestly, I don't know what that player could have done to hold on to that football. That defender absolutely popped him. He knocked him into next week. There was no chance he was holding on to that ball.
This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. They're dealing with a second and long. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And the ball is loose and live in the backfield. And the defense got it.
That's kind of a kick to the gut because you think, oh, how can I get this game started conservatively, not turn the ball over, get the positive momentum, get that first hit out, and the first carry your running back sticks it on the floor, defense recovers. That is not the start you drew up.
Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. The Gators will kick it away to crank up the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Garcia. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Starting this third quarter on the ground. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
And they sniff that draw out. When a draw unit, you really have to sell that pass like you're going to throw the ball down the field, but the defensive line, the defense was not biting it. You could tell they were ready for it. Came, got on the running back, got him on the ground, quick pass to the upper.
And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense, sticking to the run. Nice job getting the first down.
Looking to throw, it's Mateer. Dances away to buy time. Got a man, it's Burks.
Plays are going to break down, but that never seems to affect this quarterback. He's so athletic and so fast. He's able to avoid the pass rush, get himself on the perimeter, and now he's just using his God-given ability and his arm talent to make big-time throws.
The Sooners in a good spot here with second and short. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those five guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those five offensive linemen.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Fires to the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
They get him in the backfield, and he loses 3 on the play.
Here's the thing. I know this guy's not going to win the Heisman Trophy, but he's a pretty talented football player that's made big plays for this offense in the past. They have not had any success when they've given him chances so far in this game. And in the third quarter, you're getting a little nervous, I think, if you're the head coach, because he's a guy you need to have success if you're going to win.
On 4th down, going to the air. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Unloads to the wideout. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. So 1st down will open up the final period. They're looking to pass from the red zone. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. Now on the move. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides in the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, Coach, and then the second one, usually he takes me out the game.
They want to run this quarterback. Touchdown Sooner! And they've moved out front here on the fourth.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's Hawkins. He gets a block. He's got an alley. He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He just took it the entire length of the field, end to end, coast to coast, nationwide for the touchdown.
And how about the fans in the stands going, no, take a knee, no, yes. Over 100 yards to the kickoff return. Nice job taking it out of the end zone, making a huge play.
The extra point is up and good, and we are tied up in the fourth. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Using his legs, it's up. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
And that can be frustrating to watch running backs not make plays like a receiver, but they're not a receiver. And a lot of times when they have the guys around them, the focus that receivers have it doesn't exist in them. And you could tell just dropped the football, lost a little bit of focus, but I think those footsteps were
back to throw. It's Mateer. Quickly complete.
Right there, I think you need a better play call. You got to help your quarterback out a little bit because the throw has got to at least make it to the sticks. On that last play, you're basically trusting the guy to make a few dudes miss in order to go pick up that first down. I think you need to start being a bit more aggressive when these third downs present themselves.
And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. The clock has stopped for the timeout, and we have reached the final 2 minutes in this one. The Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The give to the running back from the shotgun. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
The name of the game right now is getting yards and getting them in chunks. However you want to do that. I'm fine running the football, but you've got to be more productive than what we've seen on these last two plays.
Caught in the backfield, it's Parrish. He'll step out of bounds just short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49 after a good pickup on that play.
Now, I know that completion isn't a touchdown. It's not a deep play deep down the field, but how about the strong hands by that receiver making that catch? He made that look pretty routine. He had that DB draped all over him and still was able to help this offense get positive yards.
With the catch, it's Gibson. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. On the ground, it's Ott. He's loose. There he goes. Touchdown, Oklahoma. They move on top here in the fourth.
Man, how about this offense in crunch time, doing what they do, getting 6 on the board. Now I turn to my defense right now and say, boys, we need one more stop. Go out there, get me one more.
The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. He'll bring it out. It's Hawkins. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. To the air, it's Lagway. Pocket breaking down. Pressure's there, and he lets it go. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
Well, it's the fourth quarter, and you got to be so careful as a quarterback when you're throwing it over the middle of the field right now because these windows are really small. He's very lucky that last one was not picked off.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Back to pass. Here's a throw downfield late. Makes a grab deep. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Gators!
Great job with the score. And listen, right here at this point in the game, there's still going to be time left. My defense is going to have to make a stand regardless. I'm going to kick the extra point because the field goal still beats me if I go for a 2-point conversion.
And he knocks it through for the tie here in the fourth quarter. Fielded in the end zone, it's Sategna. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Looking to throw on first down. Pressure coming. He's going to run it. Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground. I know they didn't give up a big, long, explosive run, but you got to get shots on this guy when you can. That time, they let him get out of bounds.
Still looking on the move. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
And the clock's running down late in the ball game. Every first down matters. Every second matters. Really good job by the quarterback. Dropping back to pass, scrambling around, getting a first down, and also getting out of bounds to save precious seconds as this one ticks down.
Scanning the field, it's Mateer. Caught over the middle, it's Parrish. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Back to throw, and he's got to do it here late. Got a man in the middle. Timeout called by the offense. 23 seconds remaining in the game. It's easy to trash the defense when you have a game like this, but I don't know how you stop this level of execution.
No, and we've got a lot of players, a lot of dudes, a lot of guys that are going to play on Sunday on the field. Both offenses so explosive. We've seen it all game.
Looking downfield on first down. Finds his man. It's Burks. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Off-play action. Throws to the wideout. A beautifully placed ball to the outside, and the toe drag for the big pickup. And the Sooners getting set on 1st and 10. Looking for a crease. It's Ott. And this play will be for no gain, and that is going to do it. Final play of the fourth quarter. They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. Wants to throw on first down. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
I'll tell you what, you could tell the defense knew exactly what they were doing. They were dialed in, took away the primary target, and then it's on you as an offense. Now I got to adjust. I got to do something different to what they're doing.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Back to pass, it's Mateer. Fires to the wideout. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football.
That's a really good play by the defender. I think quarterbacks, when they see these routes and they think they can get these routes pretty much at will because my receivers are so fast, I usually get such a big cushion. And then when they sit down for that comeback route, it's usually open. But that defender says, no, sir, not in my building.
And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
Offense facing fourth down.
This, the biggest play of the game so far. Going for it on fourth down in overtime. Timeout called by the defense as they want to make sure they avoid any hint of a mental lapse here in overtime. The tension, the intensity, the drama, the offense steps to the line on fourth down in overtime. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's a running room. And out of bounds right at the 12-yard line.
Quarterbacks have a hard job. They got to drop back and try to see the whole field and then see the rush coming to him. But you could tell he did a really good job scrambling outside the pocket.
Touchdown Sooners! They strike first here in overtime.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. Now on first down, they need to answer with a touchdown. Quarterback making checks. Back to pass, it's Lagway. Fires to the middle. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Now he's going to break the pocket. Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Florida! They got it in, and now an extra point away from the tie.
And how about that? His second receiving touchdown of the ball game. Find ways to get your athletes the ball. They'll do the rest. That's number 2. They better start playing some better defense. Number 3's coming soon.
Don't assume on this extra point. They needed to send it to a second OT. And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. One extra period didn't get it done, and we start the second OT. He'll start this drive going to the air. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. The defense coming up big there. The sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and that's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
He uncorks one deep. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
Good awareness by the defense. In this situation on the field, you know there's coordinators that like to try to take shots deep down the field and catch you napping, but the defense was ready for that one.
The Sooner fans booming. A cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Prairie on third down. Unloads to the wideout. Gonna throw it to the right. He's got his man. Touchdown Gators. That score gives them the lead here in the second overtime. Now in the second overtime, you must go for the two-point conversion. This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable, because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. To the air. It's Mateer. Looking left. Oh, and they pick it off. What a huge defensive play in overtime. And the takeaway will put the finishing touches on this one. How much fun was that one? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these two squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because they're competitive. Great talent on the field. Palmer, unfortunately, somebody had to lose.
Yeah, and the higher-ranked team was ranked higher for a reason. At the end of the day, when it came down to it, they made the biggest plays in the most critical moments. Both of these teams have tremendous playmakers, and they're both going to make a lot of noise late in the college football season, but give the higher-ranked team tons of credit. They earned this one.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of Welcome to the home of the Florida Gators, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium, better known as the Swamp. As we'll see the number 9 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the 11th ranked team in the land, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. He might want another play. Dropping back, it's Glagway. He's going to go for a big one. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
Quarterback now on the run, still looking. He's got it. Really nice. Up there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. He's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the first.
Wants to go up top on first down. Throws for the tight end. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
Well, man, I mean, you don't get more wide open than that, right? Big fella running down the field. Nobody near him. Quarterback puts it on him. Just got to make the catch.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Looking to throw again. That one comes out hot down the right side. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one.
Hey, listen, the quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trusting your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play for you. It won't surprise me to see this QB take more shots as this game goes on.
The D thinking bring some heat on third and long from the 44. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The D thinking bring some heat on third and long from the 44. The offense changing the play. To the air, it's Lagway. He's not afraid to go deep. Got it inside the tag. Touchdown, Florida. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point makes it 7-0.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Got the quick completion. He works his way up to the 33. Pushed out of bounds.
You're not wasting any time. You just watch the opponent go down on their first drive and score a touchdown. So right away, you're aggressive. You're throwing the football on your first play of the game, and you're getting a nice completion. Really nice job.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Miller with the ball. Running into the open space. Breaks into the open on the left. It's a seam wide open. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9.
All right, David, as someone that loves defense and sound defense, how would you evaluate their job fitting that play?
To quote the great philosopher Reese Davis, that was very ungood. Defense is about making the ball go where you want it to go. Like guys doing their job and fitting it to the second level player correctly. That was a clinic tape on what not to do.
Motion from the wideout. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Going for the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown tie. Quick strike touchdown. Comes out and jump starts the offense.
And, man, we see this in college football. So much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the extra point was good to finish things off. Quick strike offense on that replay scoring drive. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Dropping back, it's Lagway. A strike downfield. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
And I love the quarterback's accuracy. Hit him in stride, man. Hit him where he can catch the football and continue to run and do more damage after the catch like he did right there.
To the air on first down. Going for the big play. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Taking it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
How about the athletic ability by the big fella? You know, you got those big linebackers in there used to taking on fullbacks and offensive linemen the whole game. He understands for passing situations. I'm getting drops. I'm getting deep in my drops, playing the quarterback's eyes, breaking on the football, making the INTs. What an athlete.
He works his way down to the 30-yard line before he stopped a gain of 3.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
The play action fake. Might be looking to run. Throws to the wideout. Got his man all by himself. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama! This guy is so impressive, both with his ability to move, to buy time, to run, and then he'll kill you with his arm.
Unbelievable. He's just a freak. It's like he's playing a video game, and everybody else is trying to play real-life football. It's ridiculous to be that fast and still be a quarterback, still make plays down the field. It's just not fair.
He'll bring it out. It's Hawkins. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. To the ground with the back. Picks his way ahead. He'll get 5 out to the 17-yard line. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Might be calling a hot route. Looking to throw, it's Lagway. Turns it loose. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Was looking for a little more daylight for a big return, but he'll settle for the pick and setting his offense up at the 24. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17. Alabama with a multitude of options on second and short. Wide receiver comes in motion. To the air on second down. Got it set up on the outside. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Made the grab and took it on in for the score. That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out, start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Coming out with it, it's Hawkins. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They send the tight end in motion. Wants to throw. It's Flagway. Bringing the heat. Quickly out to the tight end. Oh, a lot of space. Oh, it's on the ground. High ball. Oh, and he not only gets the ball back, he's also got enough for the first down. And sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, and they were lucky that that ball went out of bounds.
Yeah, they sure were. These ball carriers have got to know that this defense, they play with so much aggression. They're always trying to get extra hats to the football. You have got to protect this thing at all costs. Lucky that ball rolled out of bounds.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Quarterback running on the draw. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He wants to change this route. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Floating away. He'll try to do it himself. He's out across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and execution continues to be key.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I'll tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
Forced to just throw it away on 3rd down, and now they face 4th.
And money down is where you see defenses really understand where the sticks are, play great pass defense, know what's coming, and get off the field.
I really like this call to go for it on 4th down in this area of the field. Hauls it in, the 1st down and more. They'll get the 1st down. It's spotted on the 49.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
They get to him as he throws. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to...
Trying to get behind the defense. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
Fires to the wideout. It's complete. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business.
And listen, the defense Bucs knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Gators can really attack on this second and short. Looking for a man. It's Bagwell. A little floater there that falls incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Quarterback making adjustments. On third and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass.
Yeah, and third and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
On fourth down, looking for the completion. Can't make the catch, and the defense will force a turnover on downs.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
Off the play fake on first down. Caught near the sidelines. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
After that last completion, it's second down. Trying play action. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
Yeah, that's a great job. And listen, this quarterback's had success. He's already thrown for 2 touchdowns. We got to make him feel uncomfortable. This is still early in the game. Nice job by the defense, getting a hit on the quarterback and making him think a little bit.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Complete to the right. And he goes down right there, but a solid pickup, and it'll be a first down. Just outstanding execution, continuing to work his way back through the football.
Yeah, and everything about this route looks vertical. The comeback, it looks like it's a go. I'm thinking speed, and then he sets it down. QB puts the ball on the money, and he makes the play.
Quick pass on the jet motion. Turning it on. They get him out of bounds. Couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. And the Gators will kick it away to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Back to throw, it's Simpson. Moving away from pressure. He's going to take off. And the pass is incomplete, but there is a flag down on the play. Let's see what that's about. You can't do that. An illegal forward pass will cost the offense 5 yards. They'll line up for a second down play. The give is to Miller. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And they'll miss the connection here on third down.
Man, that's a big stop on this first drive. That's got to energize this defense. They didn't have a great first half. Let's just call it what it is. They could have done a lot better. But to come out, make some adjustments, get a stop on this first possession, that's a good sign for this defense.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires left. He's got it. First down and more. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. Tight end now in motion. Touch pass on the run. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Went to the running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. To throw, it's Simpson. Caught near the sticks, it's Williams. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Grabbed in the backfield, it's Miller. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Second down, he'll throw it. Now improvising. He's got it. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down. Offense about to reel off its 7th play of the drive. Looking to throw on 1st down. They're setting up the screen. No sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Here's the pressure. And he just flat missed him. Sometimes you see a guy, he's open, you try to baby it too much, and it was a bad throw. Alabama with a ton of ground to cover on this 3rd down. Looking downfield, it's Simpson. Fires to the right. And it's picked off by the defender, but he's out of bounds. Couldn't get the foot. It's incomplete.
Really nice 3rd down sub-defense there at that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. They've already converted a 4th down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Unleashes it on the run. Trying to find the end zone. Goes out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they'll be set up and in great position here. On 1st and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Bama! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And this QB's starting to do some work, man. The big explosive play in the passing game. You get inside the 10, you're thinking run. Everybody thinking run. You back it up with another pass, another great throw, and quickly this offense gets right to the end zone.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's ball. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. His drive will open from the 15. Quarterback may change this route. Back to throw. It's Lagway. Firing to the right, complete. And they make the tackle, but it'll be enough for a first down, and we'll see if they get another play off here in the third. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Looking to throw on first down. Looking deep. And it's picked off for the third time today. Takes it the other way. The 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown tie. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
That just might do it. Man, offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way.
The fake, they flip it to the kicker. They're not going to come close to getting to two. But it's an understatement to say they should have just kicked the thing.
34, Florida, 7.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Hawkins. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Wants to adjust the pattern. They'll start this drive with a pass. Starting to feel a little pressure. Had to get rid of it quickly. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet. Haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Dropping back, it's Bailey. Rushes on him. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
The offense calls timeout. It's just... Second one they've used this half.
Florida.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Snagged in the middle. It's Wilson. Brought down at the 16-yard line, and that will likely bring out the punt team. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's picked picked off for the 4th time today. Got some room to run. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
Wide receiver going in motion. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. Got his man. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces 3rd and goal. Looking for a man. It's Russell. Under fire. Quarterback on the move, still looking. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And the extra point splits the uprights. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it.
Set to kickoff.
He'll bring it out. It's Hawkins. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Grab behind the line. It's Wilson. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future.
Looking for a deep man. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43. Quarterback will take a knee. The defense can stop it one more time, but we are close to being all she wrote. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's a great play there by the defense, stopping that run. But now with less than a minute to go, you've got to use your timeout. You got to try and conserve as much clock as possible to give yourself a chance to win.
Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. To the air, it's Russell. Under fire. That's a fumble. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. The quarterback tried to make something out of it with his legs, but instead, he turns the football over.
And this is what you like about the quarterback. You don't want to handcuff him. You want to give him the freedom and the flexibility to get outside and create. That's where he's brilliant. That's really the added element he brings this offense. You do need to reel him in with respect to the fundamentals and taking care of the football. Just has to do better moving forward.
One more play to pad the stats. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. They'll decline that penalty. Obviously very happy with the results of the play. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Direct snap. It's Hawkins. Breaks the tackle. Look out, he's got room. Turning on the Jets. Running inside the 20. And they fight him to the bitter end, all the way down to putting some more numbers in the stat column, but they'll come up a little short as time expires. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing it.
Welcome to the home of the Florida Gators, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium, better known as the Swamp. As we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the Air Force Falcons, taking on the 11th ranked team in the land, the Florida Gators. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. The Falcons will kick it away to start us off. Fielded in the end zone, it's Hawkins. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Looking to throw, it's Lagway. The sure hands, it's Wilson. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. Looking downfield on first down. Blasted as he lets it go.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and it just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place.
He's going to fire deep. Underneath toasted coverage, got it deep downfield. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Gator! Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. Well, I'm not sure who was closer to the receiver there, the defensive backs or us here in the booth.
That was great execution on offense. Receiver wins the route one-on-one, shows off his speed, gets himself wide open. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that one. Nice job.
And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Fires to the right. He makes the catch. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49. A big pickup there.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Johnson looking to throw. Moving out of the pocket. Hit as he throws. Incomplete. Welcome to the home of the Utah Utes, Rice-Eccles Stadium in Salt Lake City. As we'll see, the number 11 Florida Gators, taking on a team from the Big 12, the Utah Utes. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Gators will boot it away to start the game. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Out of the chute. Quick toss to the right. He'll be forced out of bounds right at the 30-yard line as they try to grind out some room. Let's see what they've got on second down. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking downfield, it's Dampier. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football. This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to escape and get it himself. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
On the third play of the drive, third down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the first down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's exactly what happened there.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
And it is well blocked as they pick up enough for a first down. The Utes are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Makes a connection. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it in the 28. It's first down.
Great job by the quarterback throwing against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him over.
They make the stop, give him 3 yards on the carry. Ball's at the 24. Moves around to clear up the vision. Going to try to get it himself. And the pass to the sideline will pick up a short gain. He'll be run out of bounds, but we've got laundry on the field. Let's see what that's about. That last one was just a crushing penalty for this defense. Here comes 2nd and 1. Tries to do it himself on the draw. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
You just need more from your offensive line. 2nd and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up 3rd down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
Caught behind the line. It's Parker. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. Here's the handoff. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Looking to pass, it's Dampier. Caught in the backfield, it's Parker. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Using the quick game. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. And the Utes come to the line in the hurry-up. They'll move the tight end. With the run on first and goal. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Utah!
You talk about ball control offense. This offense just held the ball for the whole first quarter and then some. Strung a drive together, making the great plays when they needed them. That's a great opening statement from this offense.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Hawkins. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Quarterback empties his backfield. Looking to throw, it's Lagway. Makes the grab. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
I'll tell you, for this defense, they're going to have to find a way to bracket this slot receiver because of how athletic he is. They're going to need to make sure they've got linebackers and DBs surrounding this guy at all times.
Down to 2 minutes to play. We'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over. A chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. The Gators with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Might be changing the route. They'll go to work in the air on second down. He lets it fly. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Florida!
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Leaves it with the back. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
Got room to work. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. The toss sweep to the right. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
defense is locked in this game so far. They've been shutting this offense down. I think one of the biggest reasons why is they are not letting this running back do anything in this game. They're trying to make them one-dimensional. They're being physical close to the line of scrimmage. They've had a really good game plan, and they are executing beautifully.
On the ground, it's Parker. Oh, he's got some space. Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can't stop the clock.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. It's Dampier. The quarterback's a little more on target there. Maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's moving out of the pocket. On the run, deep down the right side. Throw to the end zone, picked off. Smashes ahead. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
It's really hard when that quarterback gets outside the pocket because it cuts off half of the field. Once he starts to roll out, everybody starts to sprint to the other side of the field. You know you're not going to throw it across your body going to the right. Great job by the defense closing it off and making the interception.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Takes a hit as he fires. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open.
Going deep. Snatches it on the run. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Making side adjustments here. Wants to go up top on first down. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Fires it into a crowd, and it's picked off. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
Well, the defense comes away with the pick there with their nickel personnel. I think moving forward, if you're on offense, when you see that personnel on the field, you want to run the ball against it because you got smaller guys out there. Or if you're going to throw, think about quick screens outside when you have tight ends flexed on the perimeter, bigger bodies blocking smaller guys.
One more snap coming before halftime. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. On the move to the right, looking for a big one. And he makes the grab at the 20. Boy, he almost finished this half with a bang, and are they lucky to get him stopped? They're eager to head to that dressing room right now. The Utes will line up to kick off and start the second half. Coming out with it, it's Ball. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Drive that starts at the 16-yard line. To the air, it's Lagway. Oh, they're after him. Just a little off. Incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10.
In defense, you have to have great eyes. You have to have good vision on the quarterback to be able to see it. You can tell he's throwing the football right now. Watch the defense react, come up, get the wide receiver on the ground. He goes nowhere.
The mighty Utah student section alive and bringing the noise on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly complete. They'll guide him out of bounds down at the 25-yard line. That's exactly what they told us they wanted to limit. Yards after the catch, and it pays off on this play.
And especially in these situations in 3rd down when you know the ball's going to come out fast, understanding that, breaking on the football, going, making the tackle, and forcing the 4th down.
They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you square your prominent jawline and go straight ahead to get it. And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. In their own territory, no problem. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. Quarterback making checks. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. He's got it in more than enough for a 1st down. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense, not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. And the Gators have it with a 1st and 10. Scanning the field, it's flagged away. Quarterback extends the play. Wide open downfield. There he goes. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the 1st down before he steps out of bounds. The Gators are flying down the field. To the air on 1st down. Quick strike complete. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Didn't put much on that one, and it's incomplete.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working, ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
Just missed on the connection, incomplete.
Well, how about if you're the defense right now? You've been on the field, you've given up a lot of yards on this drive, but if they go for this here on 4th down and you come up with one more stop, that is a huge play, and that's got to give you some confidence.
Perhaps emboldened by converting a 4th down earlier in the game, they'll try a 2nd time. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Touchdown, Gators! And that one will put them up here in the 2nd half.
One of the areas they really focused on in this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play just like he did right there for 6 points.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Fair catch, called for and made. They'll put this one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. From the gun, running back gets to give. Gets away from one. Finds some space. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. Open the drive with a chunk play out past the 40, and they are in business on first down. He'll do it himself. Wide open spaces. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48. Now from the 48-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's Dampier. A safe call on the wide receiver screen. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Back to pass. Looking to scramble. The throw. Makes the grab on the left. And the defense wrestles him to the ground.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch of these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. Gonna look downfield again. Gets it out quickly. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead. It's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. So now it's 2nd and long. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll go to the ground. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. They'll try to power their way ahead. He has the first and still on his feet. Offense has gained momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. Most important part of a clutch drive. Piece together some first downs. Get in position. And here they are on 1st and 10. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And this offense doesn't have very many runs left in them. They try to sneak in the run. Nice job by the defense making the tackle, but they've got to try to maximize their time, maximize their plays to try to get some points on the board.
And the Utes come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. This is a designed run. Headed to the end zone. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave a little bit of everything on that one.
Man, that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine. But then it's scramble plays and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner, just exhausting.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Heck's going for the goal line. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
Man,
This place is going nuts. Your offense comes through in the clutch when you need it. Great job. Now, baby, free football. Let's kick the extra point and go to overtime.
And they're going to go for 2 and try to decide it right now. Timeout is called by the offense. They have 14 seconds left.
Utah.
Getting aggressive here and going for 2. Slams ahead. He will get there, and they take the lead with a 2-point conversion. What a gutsy call. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside the 20, chance for great field position. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or 2, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. He might want another play. Back to pass, it's Lagway. Unloads to the right. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
Well, you look at the clock, they've got time for one more play, but they're out of Hail Mary range here, needing a touchdown to win this game. This is going to be a last-second, last-chance play that they practice, by the way, throughout the week. It's going to involve probably a lot of laterals. We've seen crazier stuff happen in college football.
Wants to pass, and he's got to make a play. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
And, man, this is a tough spot to be in as this offense. And the defense is so deep, and you wonder if that's why they threw the ball underneath. But, golly, with the clock where it is, you have to get somewhere down the field to give yourself a chance, an opportunity to maybe be successful at the end of this football game.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He wants a big play here late. The ball hits the ground, and this thing is over. An absolutely heartbreaking loss. It's really the most common type of upset we see every year. The home field advantage is so big, and especially when you have a ranked team come to town, they love to play spoiler.
Yes, and what needed to happen happened in this football game. Something good to happen early to get the belief and to get this crowd involved. And when the crowd gets involved, Jesse, it changes the game, and I think it had a lot to do with the outcome today.
I agree. I'll tell you, regardless whether this team is ranked or unranked, when their home crowd is like they were today, they're tough to beat, period. And you know this crowd and these fans, they're going to be celebrating this win for days.
Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see, the number 11 team in the country, the Florida Gators, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Gators will kick it away to start. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Give to the single back. Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The give to the back. Running to Green. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. To the air. It's Nussmeier. That's caught. It's sharp. He's in open space downfield. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23.
Talking to this coaching staff, they felt they had matchups in the passing game that they could win, and they wanted to test this defense and see if they could take the top off. Well, you saw it right there. Opening drive of the game, they're being aggressive, they're taking a shot, and they come up with a big one. And trust me, fellas, they're going to keep taking those shots because they've got some dudes outside.
Looking to throw on first down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
He'll bring it out. It's Hawkins. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Hard in the backfield. It's Wilson. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. When these two first met in 1937 in Baton Rouge, LSU shut out the Gators. Florida would notch the first road victory in this swampy series when they beat LSU on the Bayou in 1956.
And a lot of history between these two teams because even when there were two divisions in the SEC, this was a constant cross-division rivalry featuring lots of NFL talent and some really dramatic games. I remember being the #1 team in the nation back in 1997, going into Baton Rouge and losing, and the fans rushing the field, tearing down the goalposts. These two teams have unbelievable fan bases and lots of talent on the field.
Quarterback floating away from pressure. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
And the offense stays on the field on 4th and 1. I'm not sure they're just trying to make the defense jump. I believe they think they can get it. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On 4th down, looking to pass. Picked off. What a play to set him up.
You can
tell the quarterback did a good job with his eyes. You got to look people up. You got to make sure you move those safeties with your eyes by opening up or pump faking one direction. He didn't do a good job there. The safety capitalized, makes the big INT.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. He's loose. Big run there. Gets it inside the 20, all the way down to the 14 before he goes out of bounds.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
From the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. In the red area, it's Perry. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to Pater. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up the first without scoring. Gonna run it. It's Durham. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
LSU 7, Florida 0.
So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. They'll try to run for it. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the 1st down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. And the holder will spot it on the 14 for a 24-yard attempt. He splits the uprights. And they'll push that lead out a little further. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. Fielded in the end zone. It's Hawkins. Rolling the dice and bringing it out of the end zone did not pay off. He's out of bounds at the 19. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Dropping back, it's Flagway. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
This quarterback, man, is scary fast. I think sometimes he's too fast. I think on a play like that, sometimes when you're on the run, you just want to sort of settle yourself a little bit, get your feet under you so you can make a more accurate throw.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. He wants to go deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit and coverage that forces the incompletion.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Offense changing the play. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Looking to the big tight end. On target to the left. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
I think you're seeing the chemistry between... you guys on that last play, right? Quarterback's on the move. He's got to find his big fella. He does a great job of finding the soft spot in the defense and settling down. He was a stationary target for his quarterback on the move, and that really helped them pick up that first.
And the Gators will snap it on 1st and 10. To the air, it's Flagway. Steps away to find some room. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
You gotta love this guy's speed, and obviously throughout his football career, it's paid dividends for him, but this ain't high school anymore. You just can't outrun everybody like you used to back on Friday nights. This defense is fast. They were able to get him outside of the pocket, chase him down, bring him to the ground for a huge loss.
Back to pass on 2nd down. He's going to fire to the left. Snags it at the 30 and still running. Off to the races. Touchdown, Florida. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And he puts through the extra point. Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Just one of those mistakes that can happen as the kickoff goes out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Bunch formation for these receivers. Motion from the wideout. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. He wants to take the top off. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
QB never saw the defender. He's staring his receiver down, telegraphing his throw, and the DB jumped all over that.
Might be calling a hot route. He'll start this drive firing. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
That's not how you want to start a drive. On the very first play, you give up a sack and you lose a ton of yards. Quarterback, you've got to know, just throw the ball away, know when the play's over.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now, why they're trailing on the scoreboard, is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Got room at the 35. There he goes. A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37.
And you just could not allow that to happen defensively, giving up a big play like that. They're going to need to now play with some sense of urgency if they're not going to give up any points here before the end of the half.
Looking to throw on first down. Quick completion on the out. There he goes. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Gators. that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Yes, that's one way to ensure there's no return as the kickoff goes out of bounds. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Ready to fire from the pistol. The give to the back. It's a running room. It's a seam wide open. Touchdown, Tigers. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
These close games a lot of times come down to who executes late in the ball game. That was a late game situation. Nice execution, and now they got the lead going into the half, and they have all the momentum.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. One snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board. He'll bring it out. It's Hawkins. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Going right and going deep. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
They're dealing with a second and long. Looking to throw, it's Lagway. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Makes the catch down the right side. Oh, a lot of space. Touchdown, Florida. Once he got some room, it was over.
A really nice job on their final drive of the first half, David. Calm, cool, collected. They had balance, excellent execution. They're going to take a lead in here at halftime.
It's so much easier to go into half with that positive momentum, that positive juice. Now we can point to what we just did. Great job taking the lead. Now you go make your halftime adjustments.
And with the extra point, they take a 21-17 lead. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Thomas. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Leaves it with the back. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. I guess they're trying to send a message to start this second half, lined up for an onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
Man, how about that? You come out of the locker room, you just had a little bit of a break, you rested, you told your club we're going to come out, and now we're going to be aggressive. We're going to kick an onside even though we're winning, and you failed. Now this defense better step up and respond.
On the snap, it's Hawkins. They fire. finally make the stop, and the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Hawkins. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Now the play fake. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge 3rd down coming. He wants to change this route. Wants to throw. It's Lagway. Throwing right. Pulls it in.
And that's a huge 3rd down conversion by the offense there. It's 3rd and long. You've got to lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
The Gators are marching down the field. A 1st down run on the doorstep. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. And he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they keep him out of the end zone for the moment.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Gators! The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
And with the extra point, we have a 28-17 ball game. A pretty short drive there, covering 38 yards. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Thomas. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Nussmeier. That's caught. It's Anderson. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. Death Valley has a well-earned rep of being intimidating. It is nice to be the quarterback, to have everything on your side.
And have everything quiet. It's the loudest place by far that I ever played. I mean, for an entire game, they are on their feet, yelling, screaming. Now, listen, we can't play all the words they're yelling, Reese, but they are an intimidating crowd.
This quarterback has been struggling to find a rhythm in this game so far. Didn't have a ton of success in the first half, so here he is trying to ignite the offense with a deep shot, but they're not able to come away with the completion.
Direct snap. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The Tigers headed quickly to the line. On 3rd down, going up top. He lets one fly deep. Makes the grab alongside. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
Sometimes it's players, not plays, or sometimes it's both. And when you got that guy and you put him in the slot and you let him burn for a go route right past a nickel corner or one of the reserve corners or a safety, that's a great job by the offense, and that speed you can't teach, and that's why he's in the house for 6.
From the gun. Quickly complete. He is denied. No good on the 2-point try, and the lead remains at 5. This is really aggressive here. Still just a one-possession game in the third quarter, and they're going for the onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Back to throw. It's Flagway. Makes the pass. Got his man. Turning it on. They finally get to him. But what a play to pick up the first down.
Well, this defense has tried to find ways to disguise their coverage and mix it up to try to confuse the QB. It's not working. With that last completion, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
He'll do it himself on the draw. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Going to swing it on second down. He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be third down.
Man, they could have flipped that field in a hurry, right? They've given up some yards. They're sitting in their own red zone. A chance to make a big play. Yeah, he could have made that interception and could have flipped this field.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're at 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Quarterback making adjustments. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Gets drilled as he releases it, and the ball just trickles to the ground.
That is a great job by this defense, coming up big on 4th down when it matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job defending the pass, forcing the incompletion on 4th down.
They'll run the RPO and pull it right. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. The Tigers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. To throw, it's Nussmeier. Caught, close to the marker, it's Anderson. Turning on the Jets. Oh, he's got some space. He's at the 30. Past the 10. Touchdown, Tiger. And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
And at this stage of the game in the 4th quarter, big-time players make big plays in big games. What a great job after he secured the catch in the open field, showing off the speed, taking it to the house, and with it, his team now has the lead.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the point after is good. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. returner will field it and bring it back. He's out of bounds at his own 15-yard line, looking for running room. He couldn't find much on that return. This drive will open from the 15. Looking downfield on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Webb. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Looking downfield, it's Lagway. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
Looked like the offense had a chance for a big play there, but the running back just could not reel that ball in.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. Buys a little time. He throws back to the left. That could be risky. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. Still on his feet at the 45. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Well, he started rolling to his right, and because of that, it allowed the defender some time to close the distance between himself and the intended target, and his speed got him to the point he was able to come away with the pick.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time. They had a much better field position this time around. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Got it behind the line. It's Anderson.
I like the idea on offense. You want to get this guy the football in as many ways as possible. So you throw him the screen quickly to see if he can make somebody miss. Doesn't work there, but that should not be the last time you run that play.
Back to throw, it's Nussmeier. Here's the hit. And they fail to hook up on third down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on fourth down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, LSU.
They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow. But this carries big-time risk on fourth down. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
What a momentum-changing play. Just when they needed to get the takeaway, he steps up with a massive interception, now gives his team a chance to regain the lead here in the fourth quarter.
Quarterback may change this route. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. He's taking a deep shot. He makes the catch inside the 25. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23.
That is just what this offense needed, man. A big play down the field, trying to score a touchdown, trying to take the lead late in this football game, but now they don't have to go super fast. They don't have to rush. Great play by this offense.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
Nice job recognizing the route defensively there. As soon as that ball was thrown, that defender knew exactly who it was going to, and he was able to make the tackle at the perfect time. No gain on that one.
Quick screen to the speedster out wide. And he scoots out of bounds, picks up the first down, gets the clock stopped, and now they're in business in plus territory. He knew exactly what they needed there, made the play, and got out of bounds to stop the clock.
And you got to keep this turbo mode on, right? We got to keep going fast. The clock's running down. Fourth quarter, need a score. Great execution to get the first down. We need a lot more of this on this drive.
Already in prime field goal position, but they would love to score a touchdown to take the lead. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. The run up the middle, looking for the score. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That's such a great physical play by the defense, because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Working that left side now. Touchdown, Florida! And inside a minute to go, and they've got the lead.
I think one of the most underrated things we talk about with a QB is timing. Being able to get the ball out of his hands to his receiver where he can continue to catch the football and run with it. Nice pitch, nice catch, nice play in the fourth quarter when you needed it for this team to take the lead.
And the extra point is good, and the lead is 5 here in the fourth. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And what a late touchdown in the final minute that is likely the game winner here. They'll try to follow that last touchdown with an onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Okay, one possession game. You've got some time to work with, but you have to make up some ground quickly, David.
Got to be smart. Can't throw in front of the sticks. Can't get tackled in front of the sticks. Make sure we're taking some shots down the field. Chewing up some yards. Jesse, the defense will be vulnerable here.
Yeah, and I think because of that, David, offensively, you got to have a plan. You got to know where your best matchup is out on the perimeter and who can make the big catches here in small windows.
Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. Throws to the wideout. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. He caught it! Touchdown, LSU! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth.
Well, and the offense shows you what they're made of. They're scoring the touchdown. They take the lead with only seconds to go, and now it's on the defense to ice this thing when they take the field.
Leading by 1, they'll go ahead and go for 2 and try to make it a field goal game. Trying to pound it in. He gets into the end zone for the 2-point conversion, and the cushion is now 3.
Well, the right call to go for 2 right there because the analytics say if you get it, you now make it a 3-point game and your opponent can only tie with the field goal. If you've gone for 1, your opponent can take the lead with the kick, so nice job there getting it executed.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking for a man. It's Lagway. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
And some guys just have a knack of finding the football, and he is one of them. Like, you can just tell when the ball's in the air, he's like, that is mine. His 2nd big game-changing play in this football game.
Down to a knee here. The defense still has a couple of timeouts if they want to use it. What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads.
Hello, I'm Desmond Howard, and welcome to College Football Ultimate Team. Here, you'll build the college program of your dreams from the ground up, with your favorite players of today and legends from the past. I'll guide you